Good morning, Azeroth. Good morning, Azeroth. This is Neall, your friendly warrior tank from Medivh, and I help people earn achievements. And this is Good Morning Azeroth for Monday, the 13th of March, 2017. Neall's attempt to bring you the news from all around the world of Warcraft. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And top story today is you've got 1 day left. 1 day left to pick up the Primal Flamesaber mount, from participating in 15 Heroes of the Storm games as a WoW hero with a friend from Battle.net. That promotion ends today. I thought it originally said February 14th to March 14th. I was a little curious about when on March the 14th it would end. Looking at it today, it says through March the 13th, so I imagine it ends at midnight tonight. And I'm not sure where midnight would be. Midnight, usually midnight is Pacific time. So get your games in early. Get your games in early. I'm not sure. There's nothing that's I have found that specifically says at exactly what time the promotion ends, but March the 13th it ends. I would get those games in as quickly as possible if I were you, if I have not yet picked up the Primal Flamesaber mount. Also, it's the last day for Mist of Pandaria Timewalking. If you have anything that you want to pick up off the vendor from the Mist of Pandaria Timewalking event on the Timeless Isle, you need to do that today. That vendor will be going away until Mist of Pandaria Timewalking comes back in June, so that's 3 months before you will see that vendor again. If you are unfamiliar, each of the Timewalking vendors only shows up during the week that their Timewalking event is active, so when the Burning Crusade event is active, that vendor is in Shattrath for the week. When the Northrend event is active, that vendor is active in Old Dalaran, Northrend Dalaran. And then when the Cataclysm event is active, that vendor is in Stormwind or Orgrimmar. And now the Timewalking vendor is on the Timeless Isle when that event is active. They're only there when the event is active, so you can only purchase the things from those vendors when they're active. That's pets, that's toys, that's mounts, that's the other things. People are also spending their time warped badges on Angler's Rep now so that they can get the water striding mount. Ironically, you are now going to have the ability to walk on water a couple of months before everyone else is flying around the Broken Isles. But if you want that water strider for future expansions when we won't be able to fly, go ahead and pick up the water strider mount. Trade your time warped badges for Angler's Rep. I think you need 7,000 badges to go from nothing to Exalted and be able to buy that Angler's mount, the water strider mount. Also on Thursday of last week was the Legion developer Q&A with Brian Halinka. They talked all about PvP, and then they switched out Brian Halinka for Chris somebody. Goodness gracious. They changed him out for whoever is in charge of WoW esports over there, and he talked about changes to the WoW esports, basically a PvP esports scene going on this year. I'm not really a PvP guy. There was some interesting stuff. I'm sure it was interesting to all the PvP folks, including they're going to make it easier to finish out those sets, PvP sets for the seasons. You can not only now get them in the strong boxes at the end of your arena matches if you win, or World Quest, but now they're going to set up a system in 7.2 where you can obliterate the stuff that you don't need, that you have duplicates of, and turn that into the gear that you don't have. The problem is with the RNG nature of the drops from the arenas, from the boxes, people weren't being able to finish out their full sets. So now they're going to make a way that you can finish out the sets by obliterating the duplicates and the lower eye level stats of the ones you don't want. They're going to keep gladiator mounts, character specific, but the vicious and prestigious mounts will be account wide. So if you're winning a mount for getting to a certain ranking in PvP. That mount will always be class specific, character specific, but the ones that you get for the saddles, where you purchase them, will be now account wide. They're going to make it easier to level via PvP in 7.2. Just make it easier to level, I guess. The experience, I guess maybe that's not leveling, but leveling your prestige ranks, not character leveling. They're going to make it easier to prestige in 7.2, but not make it trivial. They will never allow you to buy the current season's PvP gear ensemble, but you will be able to buy the previous season's look with marks of honor. People are asking about using templates for duels, and they seem like they're thinking about it, but I have not aren't ready to implement anything like that. They are talking about World PvP and the World PvP, whether legendary items and set bonuses cause extra damage should be removed during World PvP. They're also looking at goodness gracious, the world defense. Apparently the cross realm zones have messed up world defense, so you can't really see where world PvP is going on right now because of cross realm zone. You could show up if world defense told you something was happening somewhere and you went across the world, you could get there, and because of cross realm zoning and sharding, you might be in a shard where the world PvP was not happening. So it's basically disabled, and that you don't see that now. They're talking about re-enabling it in role-playing servers where they don't do a lot of cross-realm zone sharding anymore. There was a lot of talk about solo queuing and why we don't do it in WoW, and the complications for doing it in WoW, and it's, you know, because you do that in Overwatch and Heroes and lots of other games, and they haven't figured out how to do that in WoW yet, but something they're thinking about. They also talked about PvP title rewards and trying to give people a little bit of advance notice about how close they are. You know, apparently everything is not decided until the final matches are won or lost, and then they put everyone in a ranked order, and then they draw lines at where the different titles are, and they can't really know that until the season is completely over. But what's been happening is third-party sites have been sort of projecting where you need to be to get those titles, and sometimes they are wrong and sometimes they are right. I don't think anyone could ever be completely right, but apparently Blizzard is going to try to do something to say this again isn't for sure, but here's about where your ranking needs to be to get these titles, we think, so that people will know if they're close, they could do a little extra work and get their ranking. There are also some concerns about class stacking in rated battlegrounds, where in a skirmish, a 3v3, a 2v2, having a couple of classes really helps, and there's people seeing a lot of teams that are class stacking, especially in the battlegrounds, I guess, and so that they're aware of it, and they're just not sure how to deal with it, because while class stacking may be good in the battleground, if they do something to address that, they may nerf those classes in 2v2 and 3v3. So thinking about how to deal with that. So a lot of PvP stuff on Thursday with Brian Halinka, and then Jeremy McIntyre after that talked about the changes to the WoW esports scene and the road to the World Championships at BlizzCon. If you want to check out the video on demand, go to Twitch TV Warcraft, and you can see the whole thing. A lot of sites have bulleted lists of all the things they talk about. I'm looking at the one on MMO Champion. I think Wowhead and the other sites also have a rundown of what was talked about. Check those out if you are interested in PvP. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, and keep up with Neall in all of the ways, all of those ways. Twitch TV, The Nealls, that's where we're streaming live right now. Also, we're on OpenRaid, openraid.zergid.com. That's where all my achievement runs are hosted. If you're interested in achievements, keep up with me there, openraid.zergid.com. I'm also on Facebook, and I'll friend you back. I'm on Twitter, and I'll follow you back. I'm on YouTube, creating cool content for cool people in the world of Warcraft, just like you. And I subscribe back if you look like content creator. And I'm in a guild. Shattered Fates on Medivh is the Alliance Guild. Shattered Fates on Exodar is the Horde Guild. We're more Alliance than Horde, really, but if you're looking for a guild, we'd be glad to have you. And Patreon. Patreon.com, The Nealls. That's where people are helping Neall help other people earn some more achievements around the World of Warcraft. And we appreciate them. For as little as $2 a month, you get thanked every time we do a program. And other cool rewards over there at Patreon. Patreon.com, The Nealls. Thanks to the patrons: Regnava, Zuki, and the Random One, Neall, Adafluzzi, Tinder, Mova, Ocean Captain, Holy Fox, Sinner, Carl, Lucky B, Infinitron, Darla, Saika, Mystery Patron, Shigan, Fantheria, Equinsa, Ucha, Marasha, Petsy, The Beer Guy, Lean Beef, Coco Naughty, Jorfi, Azareya, Noza J, Divad, Shimei, Fuggle, Delphinor, Tiger Song, Leia, Bell Whip. We have a new patron today, Cluck Dog, Mystery Patron, another one. That also could be you. Mystical, Zelo, Collide, Jedi, and Era Mava. They are all helping Neall help other people earn some more achievements, and we appreciate them all. Y'all have fun storming the castle today, and remember, fire is still bad. The sex pack. Y'all have a great one.